Welcome to Sports Chat with Greg and Bryan. I'm Bryan,
I'm Greg.
and Greg, this past weekend, we did a little bit about it the last week, and so now today we're going to wrap it up. The Masters. And
Yeah, the
I
Masters.
watched most of Saturday and most of Sunday. I missed Thursday and Friday. I just, for whatever reason, I just didn't. I didn't. I thought to turn it on and then just didn't. But I did watch the final two rounds, and I was pulling for Scotty Scheffler because
Yes,
he
you
was the
were.
guy I thought was going to win.
Yes, you were.
He got close, but
Yes, you were
do you
pulling.
want to know why Rory Mcilroy won?
You can have your reasons why you think he won.
You want to know why? Well, I mean,
Well,
I'll
I
tell
can tell you
this.
why. He scored. I can tell you exactly why.
He had one shot less.
He had one shot less. I can tell you why.
But I have my thoughts on it too, and I think I know why. Really, why he won.
We're going to
Yeah.
talk about the Masters, right?
Yeah. So, but please like and subscribe. If you like the video, please give us a little bit of love. And if you like the content, what we're doing, please subscribe to the channel. It's not often you get two 60-year-old guys talking about sports.
60 plus.
Hey, we're on the low side of 60.
Some of you are.
Well, so are you.
We're in the middle side.
No, I'm on the lower side. I'm in the low third.
I'm not. I'm 64 already, Bryan.
I know you are.
That's the middle third. The bottom of the middle third.
But my point is this. All of these channels are run by, like young,
good looking.
Okay, I wasn't going to say good looking because I was just going to say young. Hair.
Some of them have shaved heads.
Yeah, but they don't. But that's the irony, is because they don't have to shave their heads.
Some of them do.
They can still drive.
Hey, I have kids that are more bald than I am. But okay. Yeah, they are actually more bald than me.
Yeah, well.
And you.
Okay, well, I am not bald. I am balding. I still have some hair up there, but there's just not a lot.
So I'm balding too. So let's get into the Masters here, Bryan, and we'll talk about. We made a couple picks last time, and
yeah. I had nothing to say. Wasn't trying to rip on your choice.
No. I mean, just because my second pick didn't even make the cut, and I don't even know if my first pick made the cut because he's not one of the top 10. So it's like, but whatever.
All right. Well, let's get started on this here.
All right. So let's see what we got going on. Masters.
Yeah.
So driving distance. Okay. So hold on a second with that driving distance.
So now, just a second. What I tried to do when I put all this together was try to figure out, okay, how come Rory McIlroy won? And so I was thinking, okay, driving distance. And I went through the statistics from the Masters at the Masters website.
Okay. Yeah, I looked at it as well.
And I went through and I went, okay, driving distance and driving accuracy. Those are both those are important.
Yep.
Then we had talked about greens and regulation, which I didn't quite understand, but I do now.
Well, what didn't you understand?
What it meant. Even though I'd read it.
Meaning that
you get there within two shots of par, basically.
Yeah,
if it's
an opportunity to make birdie.
Right. Okay. And then so now if you're making greens and regulation, then the next thing is the number of putts you're taking per green. And I looked at it that way as a way to try and say, okay, how can we determine why one person won and the other person didn't? And then the other one was success on par fives.
So which is crazy. Success on par fives typically, I don't think will typically win you a tournament because they almost all birdie them.
However, it was birdies on par fives. But go ahead.
But on this one, I believe Rory was way better than everybody else on par fives.
He was well, let's get to it and then we can talk about it.
Well, what I wanted to say about driving distance, so real quick, is if you know about driving distance, right?
I just know.
So here's how driving distance is only recorded on 2 holes.
Oh, really?
Yeah, they only because what happens is, and they tell you why up here, but like guys that hit it really, don't get me wrong, Rory hits it really far too,
Mm-hmm.
right? But they may not use a driver on a hole when
Right.
it's
Okay.
shorter because they may not like there might be a hazard that their carry distance is they're going to hit the hazard.
Okay.
So
That
they would
makes
rather
sense.
play short and then give themselves a shot at the green. So a lot of people think, oh man, I'm just going to go out there and hammer the driver every time. These guys, they don't hammer it every time.
Okay.
They would rather be in the fairway.
Okay. All right.
Fairways are fairways and greens of regulation, I would say, are probably the most two important stats.
Okay.
What do they call it? Strokes gained putting is way up there.
All right.
And Rory didn't have to really scramble that much because I think on the last on Sunday he was only in 2 sand traps.
Well, but the other part about it is on Sunday he had a 2-stroke lead, and in that on that 18th hole, was it the 18th? Yeah, the 18th hole, he started going. I mean, he hit it into the woods, and he
It
hit
started
it
well
there.
before the
And
18th hole.
okay.
I have a little stat on. I have a little
Okay.
thing on that. But the crazy thing is Rory was not winning at some point in time. He was 2 or 3
Yeah, he
shots
was
behind
back.
Justin Rose.
Right, he was back.
He was back because he didn't play very.
On
I don't want to say
Saturday,
he didn't play very well because
right.
he won. But of the top 10 players,
On Saturday, he started with like I want to say it was like a 6-stroke
yeah, he
lead.
played horrible.
And then
I
he
don't want to
ended
say
up,
horrible. That's wrong because he won.
right. Well, but he had a bad, okay, he had a bad round on Saturday.
He didn't have a great round on Sunday.
He did it, but
He
he was
shot
under,
one. He shot one under.
well,
Everybody else in the top 10 except for 2 people.
right.
He was in 7th place on Sunday of the top 10 people that finished.
Okay. But yeah, okay. Well, let's move, let's go on to the next
So
thing
let me
here.
get yeah.
So we can get to that
So
in a second.
anyway, but and I don't want to say he didn't play well because when you have leads like that, you end up playing
But
differently.
he played well on Thursday and Friday.
Well, you're right.
I mean,
And
that's what he did. And that's what got him out. He got in the head. Okay, so driving accuracy, hitting the fairways.
so it's so crazy. Once again, 55% of the time he was in the fairway,
Right.
right?
And Scotty Scheffler was 75%.
Typically, like I just said, if on a major, if you're not in the fairway, you're not winning.
Right. Well, especially, and again, I don't know that much, but especially something like the U.S. Open,
Oh, the U.S. Open is
where
worse than the Masters.
you've got to hit the fairways.
They have rough, which is probably 2 inches, which they call primary. Then they have rough. I played Pebble Beach the day after they held the U.S. Amateur. I played it on a Monday,
Okay.
and the secondary rough was folding over. When we stood it up, it was as tall as our knees.
Oh, geez.
And we're
Yeah.
amateurs, right? So, but these guys hit it so far
Yeah.
that they're not taking a 5-iron to hit out of that stuff. They're taking a wedge to hit out of that stuff.
Right.
So it's a lot. It's like I'm just going to hit it far and I'm going to have a wedge in my hand.
Right.
If you can hit it accurately enough, not in the trees.
So the thing I did though on this is it's like, okay, so Aaron Rye was number 1. Marco Penge was the bottom. He was the worst guy.
So Rory was not much better than the worst guy.
No, he wasn't. I think there was like maybe 3 other guys that were worse than Rory.
And typically the Masters, you have to have driving accuracy. But, I mean, Phil Mickelson, he's not a great driver, and he's won that thing several times, right? I mean, he can. These guys can play from anywhere, other than the guy that got a 10. But
Did you? I've got that video. Okay. And
poor guy.
I know.
I feel really sorry for the guy that was playing with him.
It was Scotty Scheffler. Because
No.
yes,
Was he playing with? Was that a Saturday? That
no, it was Sunday.
No,
because,
Scotty Scheffler was playing with Young, Cam Young.
Okay, then it must have been.
No,
Saturday.
Scotty Scheffler. I'm sorry. It was Scotty Scheffler. You're
because that guy Lee was At one point, he was like -9.
Yeah, I think I
And then
mixed
he
Scotty
had
Scheffler with McIlroy.
2 holes back to back.
And that could have
But
affected Scotty Scheffler
right.
beyond
Well, it really
repair.
could have. Okay. Well,
Anyway,
let's
well,
move on because we're
we're on to
getting away from what we wanted to talk about here. Okay. So greens in regulation, 2 or fewer strokes before the par of the hole
this is for the whole tournament, right?
for the whole tournament. And so Xander
Shoffley.
whatever his name is, he was the
It's
best.
Shoffley.
Okay, Xander Schauffele was the best.
Mm-hmm.
And then there were a couple of guys at 52.78.
So I mean, Rory was probably middle of the road,
Yeah, he
lower
was.
half, lower
He
half
and
probably.
Scotty Scheffler were right there
Yeah, probably lower half.
together.
And once again, these guys, that's so crazy. I mean, I didn't really do a ton of research on previous Masters on that part,
Yeah,
but typically in majors, you got to be able to be high in greens regulation, high in driving accuracy.
yeah. So, and I just thought that was that's
Putting.
important.
See, so this is, well, so what happens when he gets it, when he got it on the green in regulation, 40% of the 45% of the time, right?
Made birdie.
No, greens right 66% of the time. He got it close.
Yes.
But the other thing about Augusta, I don't know if you watched the putting.
Oh, it's crazy.
A 30-foot putt is a 3-foot putt to us. I mean, they just have to hit it 3 feet.
Yeah, but
and then
I know.
Just
And
need
let
to
it
know,
run.
They just need to know what the read is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's
so fast. Well, I mean, they know the course very, very well. I'm going to tell you one thing that at the end of this, why I think Rory McIlroy won.
Okay. Well, I'm going to tell you on the next little bit here.
Okay.
Why I think.
You're going to be wrong.
Okay. Well, undoubtedly. I mean, it doesn't. Okay. Birdie leaders on par fives.
Mm-hmm. But you mean that
in other words,
didn't get any eagles?
Correct. These are birdies.
So
on
only
the par
birdies.
fives.
So there were some guys.
So there's eagles. 7 shots right there. On Sunday, the difference between Rory and Scotty. On Sunday, every par 5 that rolled up, I kept going, okay, Scotty Scheffler, now's his chance. It's a par 5. He can do it.
Mm-hmm.
And he never did it. He was getting pars on the par 5s. And I know that they're par 5s and I know that they're tough.
They're not that tough.
But you're a professional golfer. This is your job. You should be knocking these things out.
Well, I mean, so it could be the playing partner he had, like slowing him down, and it could have got him out of his mental game. Having to watch a 10,
right?
You could be 3 feet from the hole and having
right.
to sit there and wait. Like, oh my God.
Right.
Can I just putt while he's dealing in the bushes over there, So, but the crazy thing about this, okay, so you got the par 5s, all right?
I thought that was important. Yeah, and the only data that matters, Rory McIlroy finished 1 stroke ahead of Scotty Scheffler.
So, what this tells me is Rory McIlroy or the next winner of the Masters only has to play well, has to play very good on the par 5s, 4 holes. He has to play very well on those, and just play average on the rest of the scorecard. He was 10 under on par 5s. No bogeys.
Yes, that's okay.
No bogeys. So he was only 2 under. So 10 under on par 5s, right?
Right.
So that's 8 holes. Of the 72 holes.
Okay.
No, I'm sorry, that's 16. 2 on each side. 4 times 4 is 16. Of the 72 holes, he was 10 under.
Right.
The rest of the holes, he was 2 under.
So he's only got to get a couple of pars. Excuse me, a couple of birdies somewhere and just
12 under also is a very low score for the Masters. I think it was like the second lowest, I believe, or something like that. It was
remember going into this, the average winning score is 280.
The reason why Rory won is he took, I believe, the preceding 2 weeks off of the PGA and the European Tour.
Okay.
And went and played Augusta.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
I know that they said he had played around with his dad.
So and when he goes and plays there, especially the week before, 2 weeks before, there's nobody on the course.
Right.
He can throw 15 balls out there and go, well, what if I'm here? I'm going to putt from here. What if I'm here? I'm going to putt from there. So he had, I don't want to say he had an advantage over people that have never won the Masters before because they can't go play there. But he chose that's the route I'm going to do.
Yeah.
Well,
it worked.
Well, there used to be a rule preceding a major. If you did not, for some reason, play in the tournament prior to a major, you could not play in the major.
Oh.
Because what would happen is people would be,
practicing.
And you guys look it up because I might be butchering it, but I believe they got rid of that rule, obviously. But if you were able to play, you had to play, because what happens is the sponsors are expecting you to come to, and they would be like, well, 4 or 5 of the named players wouldn't go, and be like, well, nobody's going to come watch the game then, and they would lose out on money. So they started making a rule that you have to come or you can't play. But he got to go play Augusta the week before a couple times.
Smart.
And he got to. I mean, that was his game plan.
Right. It works.
My guy, Bryson, got to go play a course that was supposedly a lot like Augusta, and he didn't make the cut. So, whatever.
Okay, so the next thing, Hao Tong Lee.
Oh, my goodness.
All right, so this, and look at,
let me interrupt you before that.
Sure.
The hole before that, he got double par.
Right. That's what I was going to say. He was, at this point of the tournament, like -8 or something.
So he got it. So this looking at his scorecard, he shot an 80, right?
Right.
So that's 8 over par, right?
Right.
He was playing in one of like the last 3 groups, right?
No, he's playing with Scotty Scheffler.
But he was like the second to the last group, right?
Something like that.
Yeah. So in the top 5 or 6.
Yes.
Right. So 7 to 8 under par, 6 or 7 under par.
He ended up finishing the tournament +1. He was, and so there, you look at 17.
Well, if he ended up finishing the tournament +1, then he was -7.
Right.
Okay. Going into that day.
No.
He was 8 over.
Yes. Okay.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah. So he would have been
-7.
Yeah. -7.
Which was 5 behind
Rory McIlroy. But just think about this. He's -7. They play 72 holes. He's -7 at 66. And between 66 and 72, he's +1. Everything fell apart for this guy in the last 7 holes.
Check
okay, so here's his drive off the tee.
Oh, my God. I mean, Scotty Scheffler, by the way, parred this hole.
Okay, so his first shot.
So just real quick.
Mm-hmm.
Do you see where his hands finished?
No.
Below his shoulders.
Okay.
He's like, he knew as soon as he hit it.
Well, watch what he does.
He
starts going,
right.
Going to the right. So it says from the fairway, but it could have been any fairway for all I know.
He could have hit a tree and came out.
And then he hit it into all of those shrubs, into that. Here's the thing. Pause it for just a second.
Oh, my God.
They said it took him 15 minutes to find his ball.
That's a violation.
So he finds his ball in among all this stuff. And then he makes his third shot. Okay, so his third shot from the bushes was a complete hack. So now he's got to find his ball.
Mm-hmm. Again.
Here's the fourth one from the bushes. And it went over the green, off to the side.
This part's hilarious, actually.
Okay. So now his fifth shot, there's like a canyon or something on the other side of this green.
You sure that's not Rays Creek?
I don't know what it is.
I think that's Rays Creek. I think that's water.
So now he's got a choice. I mean, you can't hit the ball out of that because it's like this wide.
Yeah, I don't know if that's the creek or not. I can't remember, but I believe it's the creek.
So he takes the shot again, 2-stroke penalty in that shot.
Why is it a 2-stroke penalty?
I don't know, because it's
a stroke and you got to go back and play your next ball.
So
unless it's unplayable, it might be 2 strokes. Yeah.
Well, it's whatever that was,
Okay.
but so he goes back and does it again. Okay, so this is shot number 8. He finally gets it to stay on the green. And then you can see that's, hang on here. You can see that Scotty Scheffler
Mm-hmm.
back there
Mm-hmm.
waiting for him to finish up. So that's shot number 8. And then number 9, he leaves it short.
You know, Scotty missed his birdie putt, obviously.
And then finally, and this is the part that's funny, is when he got done, the crowd was the crowd was clapping.
Well, he went
Because
back to back double pars.
yeah. So here's when I was watching it, and in those last few holes, it was on the 17th
Mm-hmm.
when Scotty Scheffler, he had a really good drive off the tee. His second shot, and it's just
Mm-hmm.
just that green, he hit it onto the front of the green, and then it rolled off, rolled off the back of it. And as soon as that happened, I was just like, well, there goes his Masters. If he could have just put that ball a little bit on the other side of the pin, he has a shot.
So if I remember correctly, 17, you're better, unless you make an incredible shot, you're better off going for the middle of the green and letting the slope bring the ball towards the hole.
Okay.
And he chose,
He played it short.
I got to gamble.
Yeah. It cost him.
Well, I mean, he's not there to come in second place.
No, I know.
So, I mean, he's got to play. Justin Rose, I think, did the same thing.
Yeah.
But so looking up the rule, under rules of golf, you have a maximum of 3 minutes when it's your turn to play to find your ball.
Okay. And if you don't find it?
You have to consider it, I'm assuming you have to consider it as a lost ball, and then you go into the rules of lost ball.
Okay.
Which is stroke and distance.
Well, I'm just telling you, the thing I saw said that it took him 15 minutes to find his ball.
That's crazy.
So anyway, well, there we go. There's our Masters recap. If you like what we did, click the like button. If you like our content overall, subscribe to the channel. Greg, you got anything left?
I don't have anything left because I did really well in the NCAA tournament. And I picked 2 guys that probably didn't even make the cut. And so I think I'll really study curling, and when we get, but I don't know, man. It's just, that golf course can really just eat you alive.
Yeah, well, hey, I just went, it's like, all right, he's won it twice. I just didn't think, because he's only the 4th guy. Rory Mcilroy is only the 4th guy to win it back to back. I was just playing the odds. It's like, odds are you're just not going to win it twice. It's just too hard.
No, absolutely. But it is too hard.
So,
but it can be done. And obviously it was done.
It's been done before.
It certainly, it would have been interesting if he only had a 1-stroke lead going into 18.
Yeah. Nothing to play with.
So I think, didn't he pulled his tee and
then
he hit it in the trap. Those guys would much rather be in a trap.
He didn't hit in a trap. He hit it.
His second shot was in the trap.
I don't remember. I just remember. Yeah, I think you're right.
And then he's like, I just need to get it on the green.
Right. So
because I'm going to be able to 2-putt from anywhere. Justin Rose took a 3-putt on a par 5, which didn't help him either. So that's a bummer. But anyway, subscribe, give us some comments. Let us know if you want some more golf, because the U.S. Open comes up on Father's Day.
Yep.
So there we go. Thumbs up.